everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. Also, I do have a vlogging channel called Regular Josh Adventures. Link is in the description to that channel. I mainly do vlogs at theme parks, try foods and whatnot. So if you guys are into that, go check that out. I haven't been doing a lot of vlogs recently, but I am trying to get back into it very soon, so go ahead and check that out. And if you haven't already, give that channel a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So, the Backyardigans. Oh man, this was one of my favorite shows growing up. Honestly, if you're around my age, you most likely grew up with this show. It's honestly crazy that even to this day, this show is still talked about. It admittedly has been a long time since I've actually watched an episode of the show, so I can't say I remember too much about it. But I do remember the concept being pretty cool. I mean, you got a group of friends that are using their imaginations while playing in their backyard, and we see them transform into different worlds. Even if I was older than the age of 5 when this show came out, I always thought that this was a really cool idea. I mean, think about it. When you used your imagination as a little kid, especially if you had a big one like mine, you did certainly feel like you were playing in different places sometimes with your friends. Either way, The Backyardigans was such a great show, and it resonated with a lot of us later in life. One of the biggest things that was usually talked about when it came to the show was the songs that the show had. And two of the biggest songs, besides the theme song of course, is International Super Spy and one of my personal favorites, Castaways. I'm telling you guys, that is one of my favorite songs in the entire show. I still kind of remember many others, but this one in particular just sticks out to me. Anytime I think about the show, Castaways just kind of instantly plays in my head. So you can say that I'm a fairly big fan of this song. I mean, I think a lot of people are. Now, it is interesting that I mentioned these two specific songs because while I think these two are the most popular songs from the show, something interesting happened over the past 2 weeks. I follow quite a bit of pages over on Twitter that often discuss news regarding animation. While I was scrolling, I saw a random picture of the Backyardigans. In it, we just see Tyrone, Pablo, and Uniqua. Instantly, I called this AI. I mean, when they started calling this a reboot, I knew this was fake because I knew that that wasn't even announced at all. I mean, come on, this is clearly AI, right? Right? I was very confident about this until I saw someone post a screenshot of the new banner that is on the Backyardigans YouTube channel. Of course, I had to go and look it up for myself. Investigator Sky the Bun Bun is on the case. Yes, I did just say that. I regret nothing. So, lo and behold, the picture is real. It was on YouTube and... Wait a minute. There's a new video? What? Wait. They remade the song Castaways? This is real? This literally just came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone saw this coming. So naturally, I had to watch it, and I don't hate it, but I'm not sure about this at all. First off, the remake of the song is okay, I guess? I mean, the singers aren't too bad in it, I think, and honestly, I don't really mind the new lyrics, even if it is slightly jarring to hear them all of a sudden. Now, the look of these characters, man, oh, they just look so freaking weird to me. Like, why do they have to have such big, buggy eyes? It just reminds me too much of Cocomelon. Hell, I think I remember Blue's Clues was even getting into this fad at some point. Like, almost every piece of content for toddlers on YouTube that is animated is copying this style. And while some of them actually do manage to make them look passable, I freaking hate that everyone is doing this. Now this style has made its way to the Backyardigans, and why? I mean, I guess Pablo looks somewhat passable, and I can kind of forgive how Uniqua looks, to be honest, but Tyrone, what did they do to my boy? I mean, this looks literally like a knockoff of Tyrone. He just looks incredibly generic. It's wild to me. So yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of these designs, purely because they look like Cocomelon to me. But this is just the look toddlers on YouTube like, I guess. It works. unfortunately. Now, it seems like these music videos are gonna be posted every Friday, probably for a limited time or something, who knows. In fact, we have another one, and this time they remade none other than International Super Spy. They started off with the two most popular songs, which I guess I should have expected that. And well, while I'm okay with what they did with the Castaways and how that was performed, this one, no. First of all, they made the song a trio, which is an odd choice, but I guess I don't really mind it all that much. And they added new lyrics again, which, you know, isn't really too bad. But why on earth did they have to make this into a pop type of song? I mean, it slightly, sorta, barely, I don't know, works, I guess, but I don't like it. It's just very jarring to me. I mean, the coolness factor that the song used to have, because it was also jazz, it's just gone, okay? It's not even there anymore. It's generic. That's the big problem with me on this song. Also, is it just me, or does the new back into the song sound like Billie Eilish's Bad Guy song? Like, am I the only one who hears this? I can't be. Now, a lot of people are calling these new animated videos a reboot, but no, this definitely isn't. As far as we know, the only new Backyardigans content that we are getting right now are these music videos on YouTube. And I kind of just have to get this out of the way here. There's already people kind of turning this into the Camp Coral situation, mentioning that this reboot, quote unquote, is disrespecting the creator of the show, Janice Burgess's legacy and whatnot. Of course, they also end up mentioning that this is coming out after her death, and yeah, that just really, really annoys me personally. Like, first of all, this series of music videos that they're making most likely took them a long time to develop, produce, animate, all that sort of stuff. They can't do this in 4 months, all right? This is to say that she probably could have very well known about these music videos being planned way before her passing. There's really no way that any of us can know this, so honestly, we shouldn't really be trying to speak on her behalf in terms of how she would feel about these videos, or even a potential reboot. In fact, one of the producers on this project basically said that these are to honor her legacy, mentioning how she's left her thumbprint on the world of children's entertainment. This one is for you. I hope we do you proud with this series. It seems to me that the people who worked on this show wanted to do right by her, and I'm very sure that that was very amplified after she ended up passing. So, look, I'm not exactly trying to defend these music videos or anything. You know, I'm not a big fan of what they did here, but let's not jump to conclusions when it comes to stuff like this, and let's definitely not speak for the dead. We have to stop that. Now, moving on. Speaking of a reboot, could this potentially lead to a possible reboot in the future? It could happen. I mean, maybe that's why they're making these videos, to see if the interest in the Backyardigans is still there. And if that's the reason why, then I don't think they really needed to do this, because if you look at previous Backyardigans videos, a majority of them are well in the millions in terms of views on YouTube. So interest has been there for quite some time. It wouldn't shock me at all if we were to get a reboot of the Backyardigans at this point. I mean, we all know how much Nickelodeon loves riding the nostalgia train. We've had both a Blue's Clues reboot and a Dora reboot recently, so a reboot of the Backyardigans probably isn't far behind. If they're making these newer videos, the franchise is definitely on their minds here. Also, if we were to get a official reboot that airs on television or Paramount Plus or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna look like this. And look, at the end of the day, these videos are obviously for the new generation of kids. They were not meant for us. I personally don't hate these like everyone else does. My biggest issue with these are really just the design of the characters. If they didn't look so cocomelonized, I don't think it would nearly be as rough. But yeah, that's personally where I'm at with this. I don't really think I have much to say here anymore, so Yeah. But let me know, guys, what do you all think about this? Do you happen to like these new designs or not? Would you like to see a reboot? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.